Hello you guys, Miss Steele here. I'm down here at the bottom. And this week we have been talking about space, so how far away or how close something is to us in scale, which is how big or how little something is. I thought we could make our own miniature art galleries today, but also use a little bit of space in it as well, kind of make it look like it's a little 3D. So for this project, you're going to want a piece of paper. Since we're making a miniature art gallery, I have a half sheet of paper. You want a pencil and an eraser, definitely our art tool basics. We use them for every project. And then you want something to color in with. I have colored pencils today that I'm going to be using and some markers, but you can use what you have to color in. So our first step is going to be drawing our art gallery on here, and I want to make it look like it has some space to it. So what I am going to do is I'm going to draw lines coming out of the corner of the paper, like that. Kind of slanted, if you can see, coming out of the corner of the paper. So I'm not drawing them straight, I'm drawing them coming out of the corner. And I'm going to try to make them all right about the same length or size. I want them all to kind of be similar in their size. So now we have these 4 lines, and our next step is going to be connecting them together with straight lines. So that's what I'm going to do. After we have our 4 lines, we're going to connect them together using straight lines like that. So now I have these 2 straight lines, and now I'm going to do the same for these 2. And we have that line, and now we're going to add our last line here on the bottom. You might have to adjust it just a little bit so everything can look real nice. So now we have kind of like this square room, and this is going to be where we draw in our art, and you can add some on the side if you want to, but I'm going to draw the floor. So for the floor, I'm just going to add some straight lines. I am so sorry if you can hear my cats in the background. Like that. So I drew a bunch of straight lines for the floor. And I'm going to make it look like it's like a checkerboard almost. So I have all of these straight lines. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 line. And since we know that stuff that's farther away looks a little bit smaller, I'm going to make my line kind of right close to it because I want it to seem like this is far away. And then for my next line, I'm going to give it some more space. So now we have our floor and our walls of our art gallery. I think I'm going to go ahead and add a line right here so it can look like it almost has they're called baseboards, but if you look around, most houses and buildings have them. And it's kind of that piece right there on the floor. So now I have my art gallery kind of drawn. My next step is going to be drawing in different squares or rectangles or circles in here for my little pieces of artwork that I can color in. I think I'm going to draw maybe a circle right here, like that. And then maybe I'll add a longer rectangle here in the middle. Whatever shapes you want to draw for your art pieces inside your art gallery is up to you. You could do triangles, circles, you could have them on the ceiling if you wanted to. So now I have a circle and I have a rectangle, and I think I'm going to add maybe a square as well. Like that. And so now I can color this all in and color these in like individual miniature artworks. If you want as well, you can add a little triangle above, and it looks like it's holding the artwork up almost. Like that's what's holding the artwork. if you want, you could add artwork to the sides of these, but you don't have to. And then you have all of these different areas that you can add in different kinds of artworks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to color this in with black to make it look like it's all like a checkerboard floor, and color these in to look like individual artworks. So I'm going to do that now, and then I will show you guys what it looks like whenever it's finished now that we've drawn our miniature art galleries. I'm going to hold it up closer so you guys can see it. All right, so I'm going to start coloring these in. I think I'm going to make this one a bunch of lines. I think I'm going to draw an eyeball in this one, and maybe some flowers in this one, but it's your own miniature artworks for your own miniature art gallery. So what you add in is up to you. I wanted to show you guys what it looks like whenever I have my floor colored in. I'm going to set my yellow marker down, and I colored in the ceiling gray. And I think I'm going to leave the walls white because a lot of art galleries, the walls are white. So then you can, focus more on the colors in the artwork and it's not distracting. So now I'm going to color in my different artworks, and I'm going to make them my own miniature artworks. And how I color them in is kind of up to me, just like it's going to be up to you. Maybe you want to do flowers in all of them, or dogs, or whatever you like for inside your miniature art gallery. So I'm going to decorate mine, and then I'm going to show you guys what it looks like whenever it is finished. All right, so I finished my mini art gallery. I'm going to move this a little bit farther down. And you can see that I did, the checkerboard floor like we had earlier. I decided to do a gray ceiling and then like a gray baseboard. And then I just decided to do, I don't know, I just thought about it as I was working through it. I decided to do like a little sunset over some hills, and then this one and this one I just did lines and colors. And then I wanted to draw an eyeball, so I drew an eyeball, and then some flowers. I'm going to hold it up a little bit higher so you guys can see it. And that's it. I'm excited to see what your guys' look like. Yeah. And I will see you guys all next time. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, your evening, your afternoon, whenever you're watching this.